Happy birthday, Renee. Happy 50th birthday, Renee. We made a video to show you the 50 ways that we love you. Here it goes.
Thank you, Renee, for introducing yourself to me 21 years ago. It was during an economics class during summer school in which we were both catching up on credits after having studied. You coming back from Austria, I came back from India. During our time that summer, we never once held hands, but I knew that I was going to end up marrying you. There was a connection. I can't say it was true love. I can't say there was any overwhelming emotion, but it was me knowing deep down inside that I had met the woman who had the overarching values in life and somebody that I would want to spend the rest of my life with.
Hey, Mother of Pearl, happy birthday. I can't believe you're 50. 50 years of being awesome and maybe 50 more years of being awesome. I'm so happy that we've had such an awesome relationship. You're so friendly and kind, and I hope that someday I can be half as sweet and thoughtful and selfless as you are. I really admire your tolerance and your ability to laugh at everything. Your laugh is so infectious. I really have enjoyed, all of our car rides together and all of our pen paling that we've had, and more to come. Love you, Mom.
I always remember waking up and stumbling downstairs. Mom would already have breakfast for me. Whether or not I knew what kind of food it was, I would just shove it down my mouth and eat it. And I remember sometimes in the mornings, like before work, she wouldn't be awake, because I'd be going to work real early, like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'd leave little notes for her, like, have a good morning, leave it in, like, Scrabble letters or things like that. And I always remember good memories with Mom, little things like that, and being able to find solace and peace in a person such as my mother is a really good thing to have. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you.
Go.
Hi, Renee. Everybody is telling you they love you for your 50th birthday. We're just so excited about it. That's not how I wanted to start. I warned Bill I'll probably cry. But I just wanted to tell you that I love you because you are, and for 50 years, you've been the perfect child. So, and I love you for that and everything else that you do and say, and just being you. Happy birthday.
Some months later, after never having even held hands, I was in my apartment in Japan, and I received a wonderful letter from you, which I still have to this day. I looked at the letter, threw it in the corner, resigned with the fact that I had met the woman that I wanted to marry, but I was still trying to run away, but I knew I could not run away from my true feelings for you.
Hi, I'm Hot Dog Johnny. People call me Hot Dog Johnny on account of the hot dog on top of my head. Renee, I'd like to say I love you because you gave me this hot dog hat. Without a hot dog hat, my name's just Johnny.
Renee, I love you because all your friends used to dime me out so I'd get my ass beat when I got home.
Do you remember the first time that you met Renee?
I do.
Anything you'd like to expound upon?
I don't think you'd like me to expound upon it.
Go ahead.
Well, I met Renee at your graduation, and we went out to lunch, and she was in tears because she thought you were in love with a Japanese girl, and it was awkward. I felt very sorry for her. No, my daughter-in-law, Renee, has a lot of faults. She's generous to a fault. She's kind to a fault. She's giving to a fault. And, well, one real fault that I'm glad that she has, that she can put up with my son Lincoln.
After you moved out to Massachusetts, one thing that I loved so much about you was that you were always willing to follow me on some stupid escapade that I was heading off into. You do it willingly, Sometimes not so willingly, but you'd always support me and try to make the best of the fun time or the odd time or whatever it was for you.
Renee amazes me because on many, many occasions where, without any forethought, she comes up with a full meal for the family, but brings it up here to our house. I think she thinks Jean's not a very good cook. Anyway, it's amazing how often she does that, and never looking for thanks. She's just a peach of a girl and a good cook.
Happy 50th, Renee. You know, one of the reasons we all love you so much is because you've taught us about proper etiquette. You never fail to patiently wait in line and wait your turn when there's a monster in the bathroom.
Hi Renee, happy 50th birthday, and I love you because you love cats and you pretend to like dogs when necessary.
Right after we got married, we had a camper, and you decided that you would go skiing with me in the camper. Even though you didn't like to ski very much, but you went, and we had lots of fun in our camper, parking at the ski slopes, skiing down, spending the weekends, and it was pure memory.
Oh, hi, Renee. I came out of the closet for this occasion, and I would just like to say that I love you on your birthday and every day because you were my first baby, my very first niece. That's all.
Hello, Renee. I'm here to say happy birthday on your 50th birthday. I thought I'd look real intelligent here sitting beside this desk. But anyway, I remember when you were a little girl and your mother would tie your hair up real high like this, and then you said it was a fountain. You always wanted your hair tied up into a fountain because it would spritz up.
Happy 50th birthday, Renee, and I love you because of your laugh.
After that, it was sailing. Sailing and you did not really agree very well, but you agreed with me to go sailing. And we had lots of fun for the next few years sailing. You actually became a very, very good sailor. We did a super job together. Nobody ever knew that we were present. We never yelled, never screamed. We just quietly got the job done.
We love you, Aunt Renee, because of your amazing biceps and your rock hard abs.
Aunt Renee, we love you because you make us just want to dance.
Hey there, Nay. It's Terry. Happy birthday, my friend. Time, but there's just so many. From when I first met you, when Paige was drawing with chalk on your driveway, we were introducing Danny, to our days we've had on the beach with the kids, to our times in Vermont, to all of our wonderful ladies' nights out that you've thrown. There's just so many events that I remember, and I just have such fond memories of you. I know the past few years we haven't been able to get together as much as I'd like, and I do miss that, and I want you to know that you hold a very special place in my heart, and I love you, Renee. Happy 50th birthday.
We continued to sail after Paige was born. In fact, Paige went sailing when she was only 2 weeks old, and you were willing to go along with me once again and put her inside a sailing bag at the bottom of it and transport her from the boat into the dinghy.
She's trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly. No, wait, that's a Boy Scout. Actually, I love Renee because she can't give directions worth a damn. She doesn't know any words to any songs, but she's a fabulous cook. She's giving, caring, loving, and the most wonderful person that I know. She's my treasure. Go
You are my treasure. You are my treasure. You are my treasure. Who? You are my treasure. You are my treasure. You are my treasure.
One of my favorite things about Renee, if I had to pick one thing out of the many qualities that she has, is the funniest thing about Renee is her laugh. It doesn't matter if we're at Friendly's or if we're at Stone Forge, when Renee has something that she thinks is hilarious, it just comes from the gut and you know it's sincere. And my husband, being the conservative, is always like, oh my gosh, Renee's being really loud, and he'll mention that afterwards, and we'll just laugh because Renee is immune to anybody around her, and she just lets her happiness exude from her, and we all know when Renee is having a good time. And I really appreciate that about her, and I'm very blessed that we got to know each other from when she invited me over to her house when the girls were in kindergarten, and we invited over for lunch, and we became fast friends. And our boys became Forrest and Bubber, and our families became friends, and that's what I'm most grateful for. So I'm very blessed to have Renee as a friend, and happy birthday, Renee.
Hi. Renee, seriously? You're 50? I'm not handling this too good. I can't believe you're 50. Does that mean I've known you for like half your life? If you're 50? But then again, when I think about it, maybe you are 50 because you're very wise, and with age comes wisdom, as you know. Okay, I'm okay that you're 50. Seriously, I'm really glad that you're in our life. You've raised 2 wonderful children. Good job there. And you've got a good husband, and thank you for being a good communicator in our family system that we have together. So happy birthday, and enjoy the next many years as they follow. Good health, joy, and happiness.
Then you became pregnant. Now that was fun. Another stupid thing you followed me on was when you were pregnant with Paige, we decided to go for a wonderful trip up New England to look at foliage. We went through Crawford Notch, and then we went down to Mount Washington, where, pregnant with Paige, you decided that you would go hiking with me up Mount Washington, totally unprepared. And there was the 2 of us, hiking with no water, no food, up along the trail, you getting hungry, and then all of a sudden I started to become a nervous potential father. Whereupon I turned into a beggar. I hit up some older woman for some water, which she gladly gave you. As I recall, there was some yogurt or something or other in the offering as well. And then discretion got the better of us, or me, and we trekked down the mountain and we went on home. But that weekend was a beautiful weekend. It was one of the best foliages that I've ever saw in my life, and I still remember standing next to you overlooking Crawford Notch with just the absolutely God-given spectacular scenery.
Hi Renee, it's Bubba Jean. Happy 50th. Do you remember all the turkey dinners I cooked for you, your family? Also, in the last year, I enjoyed the trip to Boston with your mom. I greatly enjoyed Lincoln taking me to the Brickyard for a tour. And in the spring of May 13th, we had a wonderful trip to the Lilac Festival in Rochester. Rochester. I appreciate that, Renee. Happy birthday.
Excellent.
Do you like Renee?
Yeah.
Why do you like her? What does she grow in her yard?
Flowers.
Flowers. Do you like those?
Yeah.
What does Renee always have for you to use at our house?
Barbies.
And what Barbies do you like?
I think there's some baby Barbies too. Yeah. I don't know.
Is she tall or short?
Tall.
She is tall. She's real tall, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like super tall. Hold your hands up. Is she this tall or is she this tall?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Penny and I just wanted to say happy birthday.
Meow.
The next few years became some of the most trying years of our marriage. I spent a little bit too much time sailing, away from you and the kids, racing. For that I apologize. And then along came the rehabilitation of the Brickyard.
Aunt Renee, it's Dusty. I love you 'cause your toothbrushes taste so good. Dude, rock on!
There are so many things I wish I could have done differently, but that took up so much time rehabilitating the Brickyard. And the support that I received from you, by you having take care of the kids and watch the kids, and allowing me the immense amount of time required mentally, was remarkable. And I could not have accomplished that without your support.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Renee. Happy birthday to you.
I'd like to talk.
I'm at a loss for words.
My British.
Happy birthday, Renee.
Say
Again.
something British.
You're here about it today.
Oh, okay.
This is my sister.
Oh, darling.
Because your two brothers are here, so
Is
we
that the
came
Kentucky Derby? Ah, it's at the wedding. I'm sorry I interrupted. It's the British in me.
That's okay. It's the Rita in you.
Oh, hey Renee, how are you? I just wanted to say, one of the reasons that I love you is because when I was a little boy, you made Dallas Cowboy puppets for me out of, well, I don't know what you made them out of, but I just want to say thank you. I love you for that. And I wanted to say, in 2003, you made them again. And I just happened to have them right here. And I want to thank you for Emmitt Smith. He's the all-time leading rusher, by the way. Chad Hutchinson, not so much. He kind of stinks. Actually, he was even worse than Tony Romo. So I'm going to keep it because I love you, but I'm going to put it aside. But thank you for Emmitt Smith.
And Renee, we love you because you inspire us to take dangerous risks, such as riding in the General League with Sean as the driver, wearing Paige's glasses. He's a Yahoo! Why are we going back?
Thought I saw McDonald's, but I can't tell with these glasses on.
Some of our most fond family times were spent on Bassett Island. There is a family with our wonderful little daughter and our beautiful little boy. We would dig clams, catch minnows, race up and down the beach, go to Crab Creek, all usually in the evening when nobody else was even on the beach. You'd bring along a grill that we could roast hot dogs, usually had sand in them. You'd pawn off all the stale crackers and stuff on the kids, which they'd gobble down eagerly.
Happy birthday, Renee. 50. Welcome to the youth of your old age. And if anyone tells you it doesn't suck, they're lying to you. But really, I really do hope you have a terrific birthday. You deserve it. You're a wonderful person. You're a wonderful friend. Thanks for always being there. I love you. Happy birthday.
Hi, I'm Andrea Richard, and I'm Renee's friend from college, from Allegheny College, and I can think of a million reasons why I love Renee. First of all, she was my best friend in college and helped me through all the trials and tribulations of being college co-ed, stuck by me through all those years. In sophomore year, we were roommates in South Hall, and we actually got matching comforters. I always remember that. And then in senior year, there was 4 of us that roomed together, 2 Andreas, Renee, and Gina. And, of course, Lincoln was there all the time. And I love Renee so much because she's such a domestic goddess, and she makes and bakes all sorts of things. And, you know, that was definitely something I loved about her. And she and Polly actually fed me 5-pound blocks of government cheese, American cheese, that kept me sustained during my senior year of college. So you can imagine my delight when I heard she was coming to visit me last July here in Warren. And, you know, being Renee, she brought down some soup. She brought clam chowder soup, homemade clam chowder soup, and it was delicious, and she was making some other soups, and she even offered to clean up. And, you know, ever since she visited last year, you know what? Our toilet just hasn't worked right. Aaron, what are you doing?
Oh my God! Look what I just got out of the toilet.
Renee, I know you did it. Love you forever, girlfriend. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Renee. Remember, it's just a number, and the number we're hitting is the new 30 anyway, if you want to assign a number. Renee, the true and steadfast friend that you've been since the 5th grade. You were mature and always when I met you. You've been a really extraordinary friend and mother, really, when you've needed to be. You had to sit me down once after you pretty much made it possible for me to make the cheerleading squad after rehearsing the cheer about 500 times. And you said, you know, Bethy, I want to think about doing something else that suits your abilities. So that's what a true friend does. With trips to Nag's Head when we were growing up, and we've had a fun adventure to New York a time or two, to the city, and here we are in the same neck of the woods. And I love you. It was great to see you recently. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the fall, and have a wonderful, wonderful celebration with everyone that's lucky enough to be with you on August 20th. And I can hear your giggle, your laugh, which is another thing I love about you. And I will sign off with Bethy because that's the term of endearment that only you and my family uses, and your family. Happy birthday.
Then along came David. That was in February. And our sailing days started to get a little onerous. But you decided to continue along with me, and we tried sailing one more year, and it didn't quite work out. Just at the same time, fortuitously, along came the potential for you and I to have access to a family cottage, which we later purchased.
I wish you a happy birthday and happy love. Everything in your life will keep coming beautiful for you because it's so beautiful. I wish you a lot of years to come in to live until 112.
Hello, Renee. Me and my family tell you happy, happy birthday, and may we all wish you the best happiness in your marriage, your life, and we all love you very much.
Happy birthday, Renee. Happy 50th. We hope you enjoy your birthday, and I enjoyed surprising you down the Cape and going to the concert that we went to. And again, I wish that all your wishes come true.
Happy birthday, Renee. We love you because you consistently forget the name of Ian's favorite driver. It's not Randy Newman. Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman. We're almost at the end of our show, and I must say, people have lots of reasons for loving their Renee. You're the best big sister of all time. I'm very lucky to say that you were mine. You hemmed my pants, you cut my hair, you always showed how much you care. You taught me to use soap to clean the dirt. You bought me my favorite scraggy neck t-shirt. You bought me corduroys that I wore every day. You also bought me that ill-fated beret. You made me lots of meat that was fried. You took me to see E.T. at the Drake. And you cried. You let me stay at your house during the summer. I turned your bathroom into a clay pit. That was kind of a bummer. On the back of my shirt, you stitched the name Miller. You supported my name change from Snow White to Killer. You dressed me up like Ace Frehley from Kiss. I had a mullet at your wedding. That was a miss. Precious Twinkle was your nickname for me. You bought me Dallas Cowboy dice for my passengers to see. You used to console me when the Cowboys lost the big game. Danny White made me cry because he was so lame. You drove all the way down here to watch my 13-mile run. You're the one who taught me how to be so fun. Okay, that's all I have for today. Lincoln's going to take it on home in his own special way.
You are, without a doubt, the glue that has held this family together over the years. You were the one that sat through all of the kids' episodes, getting Paige to and from her dance and all her activities, helping David with his homework, ferrying him back and forth from soccer. Yes, I'd fill in, and I helped, but ultimately it was you that did all the real work. You were definitely the greater of the equals between the two of us in our marriage. And somehow, all along the time, there was always great meals on the table. And that's another thing that needs to be said, is that the one thing you always did was you always made sure that there was a meal on the table, and you always stayed and sat until everybody finished eating. Even if it was one person, if the rest of us were rude and walked away, if it was just David remaining at the table, or myself or Paige, you would sit down with that person until they finished their meal. You've provided the example for all of us on how to treat family and how important family is. I, as you know, and perhaps some other people, is that I would be a recluse. I would go on about my life immediately, but then I would come home and I would hole up and I would hide. And you're the one that keeps me out and keeps me active and keeps me involved and keeps me part of life. So you are my life. You are everything that I need. So here we are today. It's your birthday, your 50th birthday. Both kids are done. They're grown up. They're in college. And you and I have lots of time together. And one of the most gratifying things is that we now both know that we still enjoy each other's company. We like being silent together. We like talking together. We love laughing together. And you know what my favorite part of the day is. It's when I wake up in the morning, you sit down next to me, and we have a cup of coffee together, and we talk about the day's events, yesterday's events, future events, events that happened years ago. One of the most joyful things that I have in life is watching Renee watch her flowers and talk to her flowers. Personally, I like flowers to look at. I would never be bothered planting them or growing them. But she finds so much pleasure in the simple things in life. And I'm starting to learn through her example, your example, on how to enjoy the simple things in life. For now, I'll just enjoy watching you with your cup of coffee, walking around, looking down at your plants, smiling, deadheading them, petting them, smiling at them. And I will receive joy from that. So now we have some years to look ahead. And that's been one of the biggest challenges that you and I have been facing, is what do we want to do with the next 10 years of our life? Neither of us are sure what they're going to be, but we both know one thing for certain. We're going to be by each other's side, loving each other, being happy with each other, crying sometimes next to each other, and getting in an argument maybe once a year. If you want to call it an argument, it never lasts very long. Usually you stomp your feet a little bit, and I pretend like I don't notice, and then we kiss and we make up at the end of the evening. I love you. I've been all around this great big world, and I've seen all kinds of girls, but I can't wait to get back to the West, back to the cutest girls in the world. I wish they all could be Oil City. I wish they all could be Oil City. I wish they all could be Oil City girls. I love you, Renee. Happy 50th.